Keep playing real down to it. Drill from the bottom to the top. Stay tuned, make sure it stay long. We go. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We go. Wow, I haven't heard that in a minute.
A whole minute.
A whole minute. Listen, we are super excited to be here. Thank you for joining us. If you are joining us on beyondthechat.com, YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, Facebook Live, wherever you're joining us, thank you so much for being a part of this moment. We have had some amazing times over the last week. We hope you all missed us last Sunday. We were not able to record and do our podcast, but we are super excited that you are here with us now. We had a super amazing event.
Yes, we did. Very super amazing.
A very super amazing event last weekend. And so we apologize that we weren't able to be with you, but we're so glad that you're here with us now. And if you don't know, I am your host, Natasha Cash.
And I'm your host, T-Dub, in the building.
Absolutely. So we're going to be talking about safety. We're going to be talking about how important it is to be safe no matter what the situation is. And we want you to chime in. We want you to participate. We want you to be a part of the conversation. We want to hear from you. So make sure you have your fingers ready so that you can either, type it in, or you can text it in, or whatever means of communication you are using. We want to hear from you. So my thought of the week, you can see it on the screen if you're watching. It's safety isn't expensive. It's priceless. A lot of people try to cut corners. They try to do, little shortcuts. They try to backdoor things. But being safe is extremely important. And we want to share with our audience how important safety is.
It is very important because a lot of people take safety for granted.
Yes. And, a lot of times people are in a hurry. They're in a rush. They're not thinking straight. They have a lot going on. They kind of miss some T's and miss some I's. They're not dotting and not crossing some T's. And a lot of times the back end of that causes consequences that we aren't prepared for. And so we want to make sure that our conversation is pure and authentic today when we talk to you about how important it is to be safe. So just think how things could or would be so different if we thought before we spoke. That's playing it safe, right?
That's playing it safe.
Thinking before you speak, because for all the Christians out there, people that read the Bible says life and death is in the power of your tongue. You'd be surprised how words can cut someone so deep, because when somebody said something to you, you never forget it. And I don't care how many times we apologize, it can't be taken back. So it's important that we are safe with our tongue, safe with our words, safe with our intentions, safe with our thoughts and the way we process them. A lot of times you can say something to somebody and you can say it with an ill tone. You can say it with aggravation. You can say it with aggression. You can say it with anger, and people want to get into a fight. But then someone else can call or approach you and say those exact same words with the best of intentions, the most meek and humble heart, the softest tone, and just love in every word. And you can say, thank you for telling me that. I appreciate you taking time with me. And it's like, well, somebody else just told you that 2 days ago, and you was ready to fight.
It's all about delivery.
It is all about delivery.
And just having tact. And on the flip side of that, sometimes that same person that would normally have that soft tone and that easy approach with their voice may text it, and you may take it different.
Absolutely. Yes. And that's very important too. I know our sister Kimberly talks a lot about text tone, because when people send a text message, you don't know how they're saying it. They can be abrupt. They can be aggressive. They can have the best intentions, but not have the right words, or the words can come across differently, or, it's just all in how we read it and how we receive it. And what's most important is what space we are in at the time we're reading it
Right.
too.
And sometimes that reader, the person that's receiving that information, that vocal or that text, may not be in a good space in their head and their mind. They may have just gone through something.
Right.
And then that saying, that text come across, and it's like, bam, I'm gonna add this to what you're going through.
Exactly. And on the flip side of that too, the person that's sending the text message may be in their feelings as well. And when we respond, or when we receive that text message, we may not know what they're going through either.
Right.
So I think
it goes both ways.
Absolutely. So it's important that we play it safe on both ends. And what's sometimes it's hard to do, but what really we should be focusing on as Christians, as humans, is to always have a positive mindset, no matter what the conversation is, no matter what we're talking about or who we're talking to. Because when you have a heart of love and a heart of compassion and a heart of good intentions, then it'll come across in your tone. And not only that, sometimes you don't even have to say one word. It comes across in your body language.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So just think how things could or would be so different if we looked twice before turning.
It's simple as traffic.
Exactly.
Look twice before turning.
Yes. And you can save your life, save someone else's life, not have to deal with grief and bereavement and hurt and pain, and slow down.
Yeah, and I think so many people are, so distracted these days with multimedia and their phones and all the things that their phone can do, and it just takes their mind off of what they're actually doing.
Exactly.
And that is not safe.
Right. And what I don't understand, I just don't understand how so many times we've heard on television, on the radio, on the news, that people have lost their lives because they're texting while driving. And it's like, does it really have to hit home for us to understand that just the thought of looking down for your phone, grabbing your phone, turning your phone on and texting, there's a 15-20 second delay. Can you imagine closing your eyes while you're driving for 15 seconds? Yeah. What damage you can do for driving 15 seconds without looking up at traffic?
Right.
You can take out a whole city block.
Right. Or if it takes you 10 seconds to stop, but you just took off 3 of those seconds by looking down for 3 seconds.
Exactly.
3 seconds.
3 seconds can change your life. Yeah. Can totally change your life and the life of others forever. And it's extremely important. And if you're not doing it, because you think, oh, you're experienced, I've been driving 40 years. I've been driving 20 years. I've never had an accident. I'm good at what I do. But what about other people? Right. Because nowadays it's 2021. You cannot just drive for yourself. Back in the day, I remember being younger, people were cautious with their driving, and they were, attentive. And nowadays you cannot just drive for yourself. You have to drive for everybody that is around you. We've seen people that are, going down the entire street, driving in half of their lane and half of our lane.
Putting on makeup, looking at their phone,
plucking their eyebrows, putting lipstick on, talking to the kids in the back seat, trying to slap them, and on the phone is ringing, so you're reaching for your phone.
They got the leg up on the dash while they're driving. How are you doing that?
Right. Why? Exactly. And so it's like, when I was growing up, my grandmother used to tell me all the time, baby, common sense ain't all that common. I used to ask her, well, Grandma, what does that mean? Because I was young and I didn't get it. And her only response to me was, just keep living.
Keep on living.
Keep on living. And you will understand what common sense means, that everybody does not have common sense, because you would think that people would get it by now. How many faces do we have to see up on billboards or the data that shows how many people have been affected by loss of life or limb or whatever it is, that are no longer here with us as a result of people not paying attention, just not paying attention. And so we want to make sure that we get the message across, that we're very clear when we say that safety is extremely important. And you not only do it for yourself, do it for your children, your loved ones, but you do it for the love of other people that are also around you. Just think how things could or would be so different if we read the directions.
Yeah. And I think most of the people, I'm not, I don't have the stats right now in front of me, but a lot of people that tend to get in accidents by not being safe are people that are or feel like they're the most experienced. They've done it for so long, so for so many years till it's just second nature. And when you have something that gives you that second nature, you don't think outside the box. You just like, hey, this is the norm. This is what I do. This is you just get used to doing it.
Right. I can say that I've had an experience where I was coming back from Fort Lauderdale, driving to Tampa, and I was so tired, but I didn't want to spend another night in Fort Lauderdale. And so I forced myself to get in the car and to drive across Alligator Alley. And if you don't know about Alligator Alley, is water on both sides, and obviously there's alligators in there. You do not want to be stuck. You don't want your car to break down. You don't want to run out of gas. You don't want to have any issues on Alligator Alley. It is a long stretch of road, of highway. And I can tell you that at probably 19 years old, my baby sister and I were in Fort Lauderdale for me to do some entertainment with an artist. I was doing background vocals for Joss Stone, and we were driving across Alligator Alley. I promise you, we both were asleep. And the only thing that woke me up was the fact that I was getting ready to run out of gas, and the light started going ding, ding, ding. And I woke up because I'm like, what is that noise? What is that noise? Only to realize that I was driving.
Yeah.
And I could have taken the life of my sister and myself just by trying to do too much, trying to go too far. And I learned my lesson from that moment.
And in your mind, you're like, oh, I can do it. It's so many hours. I can do it. I've done this 100 times.
Exactly.
It's the experience that will get you in trouble.
Exactly. And not being and not thinking it through.
Right.
Just think how things could or would be so different if we watched our steps.
Yeah.
How many times have you been in a place where you've gone down steps or gone up steps and you miss a step and you fumble and you fall and you hurt yourself?
Because you're doing something else or looking off somewhere, but you've taken these steps so many times, just like in life. You've taken these same steps so many times.
Yeah.
Eventually you're gonna stumble if you're not watching your step.
Exactly. And that can be, have y'all ever fallen down some stairs? Have you ever fallen up the stairs? I know I've fallen up the stairs. And that is trying to walk up some stairs and you miss a step and you bump your knee right on the middle of your knee. Ooh, Lord have mercy. That thing feels like you'll never walk again. That's pretty much what it feels like.
An escalator or something.
Exactly. Yes, I've been hurt. Yeah, I've been hurt in the elevator, or even going up the escalator when it has the escalator has those the stairs with the ridges in them.
Ooh,
can you imagine falling and my God,
tear you up.
Yeah. So just think how. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, I was just gonna say, and folks, excuse the camera right now. We did some photography this past weekend, and I had to reset my camera. So right now it's still kind of in camera mode. So excuse the photography and the settings. So if the video goes out, that's because it's still in camera mode. I'll just reset it and we'll be right back. So
yes,
ignore those numbers.
We'll put something up there. Hopefully they won't be able to see it. We're at the Wizard of Oz. Pay no attention to the numbers at the bottom of the screen.
Yes.
Okay, so just think how things could or would be so different if we yielded to others.
Yeah, because so many people are moving so fast these days till they just act like they can't slow down, and that's where we get the road rage and everything else. And what's the first thing you do is you get just as irate as that person.
Exactly.
It's like, slow down. You know what? Sometimes it's just as easy to just say whatever,
right,
and just live. Exactly. People are dying out there, and it's not by auto fatalities and stuff like that. It's by other people's hands. Just by somebody getting upset.
Exactly. So listen, not only is it about reducing and preventing injury and crime, it is about building strong, cohesive, vibrant, participatory communities. This means the perception of safety is as important as measuring injury and crime rates. And it is the perception of reality that shapes our behaviors. When you are forced to be put in a situation that you have to deal with, it begins to shape your reality. It begins to shape your behaviors. Well, how about we be proactive and not allow something that we can't control to force us to be in that situation?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's. I think part of the problem too is you have so many people that feels like they cannot, well, lose control.
Right.
They feel like I'm cool, I'm good at what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I got this. That I got this mentality.
Yep.
It's like, well, it doesn't take just you.
Right.
Somebody else can mess up what you got, what you think you got, and next thing you know, it's not you that's hurt, but it's your family that's hurting behind what you've done.
Right. Absolutely.
Because you got this.
Right. So a lot of times we go through situations and people handle things differently. Not everybody is a crier. I know me, I'm a bucket of water. And a lot of people deal with things differently. And so when it comes to being, a community, a group of friends, family, I think it's most important to always put love first.
Yeah, love is a powerful 4-letter word.
Yes, it really is. And so we want to say to our community, to our families, to our friends, to everyone out there that's watching, that's paying attention to our chat, that love is important and it covers a multitude of wrong. It says so in the Bible. I believe it. I know TW believes it, that love can take you places where words cannot. Love can stretch beyond anything that didn't happen right, wasn't said right, wasn't done right, didn't come out right, the intent felt wrong, the perspective was wrong, and the perception was wrong. And so we want to be an encouragement to every single person out there that is paying attention to us today, to say to you to love with your words, love with your heart, love with your spirit, love with your talent, your presence, and sometimes take a step back and just understand where everyone is. Not everybody's always on the same page. Not everybody's always thinking alike. Not everybody always feels the exact same way. And everybody has different waves of emotions that they deal with, the way that they know how to deal with them best. And so we want to challenge you that if you have not said you're sorry, even if you are 1000% sure that you are not wrong, an apology can go an extremely long way, and it can mend broken hearts, it can mend fences, it can fix families, it can fix a love that has been people have been longing for a very long time. So we challenge you to love unconditionally. We challenge you to reach out to family and friends and people that you haven't spoken to in a long time, just to say that I love you, because life is short.
Yeah, use love as a medicine, because it is a cure.
And believe it or not, it'll make you feel better. I heard Oprah Winfrey say many years ago, and it has stuck with me for a very long time, that forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for you. Because once you begin the process of forgiving, you begin to heal your own self. Because hatred against another person is like taking poison, wishing someone else would die. And we all know that it just won't happen like that. And so the best thing that you can do for yourself and that you can do for that other person is to forgive, because it's when you begin to forgive that you heal yourself, that you're able to move on, to build, to be strong, and to just have a better life. So we encourage you to love unconditionally, love on purpose. It will change your life.
It will. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. something else you want to talk about? You want to
Hmm?
That's something else you want to talk about? You want to kind of wrap it up?
You can wrap it up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So we can talk about Thunder Force. Talk about Thunder Force.
Okay.
Leave on a positive note.
Okay, cool.
Stand up, love the Lord, and you know He reigns. Power is in His name. Oh. If you love the Lord and you know He reigns, then you know that all power is in His name. Open your mouth if you're ready for change. If you believe and you're not ashamed, stand up. If you love the Lord and you know He reigns, then you know that all power is in His name. Open your mouth if you're ready for change. If you believe and you're not ashamed. Hey, listen, if you are just now joining us, thank you so much for being on Beyond the Chat. We absolutely love what we do. And if you don't know, I'm Natasha Cash.
And I'm T-Dub. In the building.
In the building. Listen, we love you for watching. We appreciate your support. Thank you to our family who's always watching. Thank you to our friends who chime in from all over, family from up north, down south, wherever you are. We so appreciate you for supporting what we absolutely love doing. So we have some new stuff coming up in our next season. We're going to have a Man Cave Sundays. I am super excited about that because, you know, a lot of times men don't have an opportunity to have a platform to just keep it 100 with each other. And they need a place where they can, you know, talk man talk.
Holla at your boy.
I think TW is ready to have some Man Cave Sundays. Listen, I'm coming in later because I don't want to hear what y'all talk about. I just hope that it's good stuff. Yeah, I know you're gonna keep it juicy.
Yeah, you can make sure that people don't get audio unless they're logged in.
Well, so that means I can't sneak on in the background. I hear what you're saying. Okay, fine. But that's okay.
Y'all tune in, especially you guys. You guys holler at me.
Yes. Well, ladies, we're gonna be sipping some tea too. So we're gonna have our own day that the guys will not be invited to participate in. So we're gonna have some ladies, some lady talks, and you know, just keep it 100, you know. Listen, we did not want to end without telling you about this new movie that we just watched. If you are a movie connoisseur, movie buff like we are, then there is a new movie that is out, and when I tell you, it is super funny. I'm gonna let TW tell you about it.
Well, the movie is, and you'll get this when you see the movie, but the movie is called Thunder Force. All right, I had to say it with some force.
Yes.
And once you watch the movie, you'll get it.
Yeah.
All right, but it's Thunder Force. All right, so check out that movie. It's very funny with Melissa McCarthy and
Octavia Spencer. Yes.
And if you're feeling down or something like, just look at the movie because it'll pick you up a little bit. It'll make you laugh.
It really will. It's a really good family movie. There's no I don't think there's any curse words in there. I don't think they said anything.
It wasn't really vulgar.
It wasn't vulgar.
Pretty clean movie.
Very clean. And, yes. You can watch it with the kids, watch it with the family, invite your parents over, grandparents, whomever. But it's a super funny movie and it's really good and you will love it. So make sure you check out Thunder Force.
Thunder Force.
With Octavia Spencer and Melissa McCarthy. That was a good movie. Yeah. So we wanna talk about real quick. Can we just talk about the new album that's coming up?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yay. All right. So we have been working on a new gospel project. We have not named it yet. So I can't tell you the name of it, not because I don't want to, just because we haven't decided what the title of the project is going to be. But we can tell you that this project is, in my opinion, one of the best and most phenomenal gospel projects I have ever done.
Yeah, it's like what, 2 years in the making now, 2.5 years in the making.
and a
We've
half.
been really working on this for a long time.
We really have.
And the pandemic kind of
Set
slowed
us
things
back.
down.
Yep.
But for the most part, we've been working on this for probably almost 3 years,
Mhm.
and it is a lot of work has been put into it, and it is going to be an awesome album.
It really is going to be. We have some throwback music, like your old school church type music where you were, hand clapping and foot stomping and tambourines, and y'all remember the scrub board and the choir robes and all that good stuff. We got some music in there for the old school Christians. We have some new music for the modern day Christians, the beats and the bongos and all that stuff in there. And then we have a couple of songs that'll just, have you snapping your fingers and rocking side to side and just giving God praise. And so I'm excited about the project because the songs on there, it's like every single song has just like this juicy goodness to it that just makes you want to just play it just more than once.
Listen to it,
and keep listening to it. And so I hands down love the fact that we're working on a gospel project. I never want to forget my roots. I was born and raised in the church. I am a true from the heart, diehard Christian. I love God with all my heart. He's first in my life. And I always have to pay homage and give him his praise, because without him, we would be nothing. We would have nothing. We would know nothing. We would not be able to do anything. And so when he reigns in our lives, we put him first in our relationship, and he's phenomenal. If you have not tried him, then I encourage you to try God, try Jesus, give him a try, because he will change your life. So I'm super excited about the project, and we look forward to sharing it with all of you out there, because we're going to be sending out some download links, and you can download your song, whichever song you like. You can download the whole album, or you can download individual songs. But either way, you're going to be bumping it in your car. You're going to be bumping it on your Amazon Echo,
and your iPad, your earplugs,
your AirPods,
and all them, whatever you choose, whether you have iPhone products or Android products.
Yeah. Well, can we just talk about that real quick? Because our family was about to jump on top of each other's head. Listen, I'm a Samsung user. I love Samsung. I know you used to have Motorola.
Yeah, which is still Android.
But then we have some iPhone users out there. I know my kids are like, Mom, you need to get an iPhone because you could do this and you could do that. And I'm like, yeah, but you need to get an Android because you can do this and you can do that you can't do.
And that.
Exactly. So somebody in the chat says I use earplugs. Well, hey, if you use earplugs, then that'll be good for you to hear our music in your ears real close.
All the way in the ears.
So we're Android users over here. We know some folks out there like their iPhones, and we appreciate Apple. We're not dogging Apple. We're just saying that Samsung got it going on. I know a couple of houses that we can point out that have Samsung phones, Samsung tablets, Samsung surround sound, Samsung television, Samsung refrigerator, Samsung microwave, Samsung what else? Stove. Okay, so I'm just saying.
Wash and dry. I mean, Samsung
is a beast.
Kinds of stuff.
Samsung is a beast. What has Apple made? Phones and iPads. What else? AirPods
and communication devices.
Okay, have you seen that
with the
Apple refrigerator?
No.
Have you seen?
I've seen Apple's in the refrigerator.
Right, but not made by Apple.
No, actually, bit of Apple, put it inside the refrigerator, and it looked like an Apple refrigerator.
Okay, have you seen an Apple microwave?
No.
See what I'm saying? iPhone ain't ready. Apple just not ready for Samsung. Samsung is like they the GOAT. That's all I'm saying. And
yeah, I like the versatility. I like being able to have a device and just be able to install whatever on it.
Yes.
You may have a higher risk with that. But hey, there's no device that's, impervious to hacks.
Oh, did you use a big word?
Anyway.
Oh!
I think that's our time.
Listen, we love y'all for watching. We're here on Sundays at 6 p.m. Make sure you like and subscribe to Beyond the Chat. We are coming at you this season with some new segments, and we look forward to having you a part of the show. Make sure you check us out, tell a friend, and we'll see you next Sunday at 6 p.m. I'm your girl, Natasha Cash.
And I'm your host, T-Dub, in the building.
Hey, y'all know the jingle. Here we go. We keep it plain, we keep it real, we really get down to it. You know the drill. From the bottom to the top. Stay tuned, make sure you stay locked. We go. Oh yeah. When I just talk, we go. Hey. When I just talk, we go. Thank you for watching. We love you. Peace.